maybe that should have been the next step. It's like
fighting. The next step should be fighting niggas. Baby, you need to look. Stop all this rapping and become a boxer. That's what Quan is saying.
And we're back here, you know what I'm saying? The cocaine is in the pot and we gonna cook that bitch until it rock. You know what I'm saying? I'll be your host right here, Saquon, aka the Wonton Don, you know what I'm saying? Genghis Quan, you know what I'm saying? Quan Wick, you know what I'm saying? Here are my co-hosts right here, you know what I'm saying? The baking soda to my cocaine.
It's your man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it again right here in the kitchen on the Hold It Down podcast, where we talk hip-hop and battle rap culture as a whole. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate that. We like all the love that we get out there. All 5 likes, you know.
What I'm saying? Hey, you know, keep hitting that like button. You know what I'm saying? Give us that thumbs up, whatever they change it to. Whatever the next thing they change it to when this video is out, make it that too. Because they love changing shit. I'll be feeling bad for YouTubers when they be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Below the subscription. Then they move the subscription to the side. The subscription over there, then they move it to up. Right? They be making shit outdated for no reason.
That is the annoying thing, that YouTube will just start moving stuff around and not telling nobody. And I was like, oh, all right then.
But like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe. And while you're at it, listen to this track, bitch. I wish I could find somebody to say like, comment, and subscribe that aggressive, just so I can say it. Like, comment, and subscribe, bitch.
Bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see that coming. I was like, oh, this is what the show's about.
It's always best when it just comes unexpectedly. That's the best. That's the best way. If you see it coming, it takes the power out of it. But if you just sitting there chilling, you know what I'm saying, kayaking on a boat, the water's still in this, you know, listen to this track, bitch. Like,
I've never kayaked before. It doesn't seem like something I'd be into.
Really? I feel like you would.
No. Just because I like being outside, I mean, I like kayaking. Right?
You like climbing mountains?
No.
No?
I've never done it either. I might like it, but I don't know. I'm cool with going on hikes. Only thing I'd want to do in water besides swim, whitewater rafting looks interesting.
So you'd rather do that than kayaking?
Yep.
You was a different boy.
Because, I mean, it'd be something to do. Like, kayaking is just in this boat, just peacefully, just moving. Like, nah, bro, I need something engaging to happen. It made me feel like I'm in an action movie.
You know, I guess I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? I guess the way you feel is if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
That's really how my brain works.
If you gonna golf, don't give me top golf, nigga. Where is Tiger Woods? I challenge that nigga.
I have golfed before.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't that great, but I mean, I've done it.
I got you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm decent at mini golf though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm nice with the putt. I'll hurt your feelings quick.
I feel, you know what I'm saying? If somebody gonna pass you the glizzy, don't be no freaking gel ball. Don't be the gel blasters or a BB gun. Nigga, where's that 30 with the extendo clip? You know what I'm saying?
Them gel blasters are all the rage right now, bro.
I even want one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want one. But you know that too, because I was the nigga that every time we went to Kenzie's house,
yeah,
I would go straight to the kitchen. I would just go to the closet, grab the BB gun, make sure it was loaded or had some bullets in it, and I would just carry it with me throughout the house for no fucking reason. I don't know why I did it. I would even tell him I don't know why, but you already know, bro. You already know. Where's it at? Is it in your room? Is it in Sam's room? Listen, you already know what's going on. I wouldn't even shoot nobody too. I just would have it on me just for the hell of it. Now, I did shoot somebody one time, and it makes it even worse because, you know what I'm saying, I was Tory Lanez before Tory Lanez because I definitely shot a woman. But she prompted it, all right? If it helps at all, she shot me first 3 times. And this was the era, you know, where they had the dollar shirts, like shirts with all kind of money and cartoons on it and shit.
Yes.
You remember that crazy black shirt I had that had the freaking black fist of holding money and it was like a whole different material? You wore some wild shit back then. But you remember that, like basically a flea market or mall shirt. Like
yes.
Those really, you know.
I know what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Damn. I said yes like 4 times. Like, bro, why you keep describing it?
Because, you know what I'm saying, I just got distracted by the Majin Buu symbol on your head. But anyway, like, she had shot me, but she hit me 2 times in the chest. So the material kind of blocked the pain that I would feel from the shot. So I was like, all right, I ain't gonna trip. The third one though kind of hit me in the nipple a little bit. I was like, all right, I can't get pussy by. I'm not gonna get pussy by a woman just because she's strapped. So me and Kenzie had to chase her down for this shit. I mean, he had the big joint, I had the glizzy. You know, and we was flicking her all through the crib to the point she was in the corner and we sitting there, pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? When she came out, you know what I'm saying, she called peace. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. But I waited until she turned around one time. I went one time, and right at the butt cheeks, my nigga. When I say I went boom, right in between the butt cheeks, I was so satisfied, bro.
You hit her right in the sphincter.
You know what I'm saying? And it was very satisfying. It was before marriage too, but it was very satisfying to just see, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause she had a nice ass too, so it was very satisfying to just see that ass just go inward because of a BB gun bullet. You know what I mean?
I see.
I'm a very unviolent person, but I feel like I get very satisfied by the little violent acts that I do. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, this is a Hold Down podcast. You've already heard from our co-host, Quan Paul himself.
Quan Paul.
The show's usually broken up into a couple segments. We got Hip Hop Shenanigans, aka Quan's favorite part of the show. Then we got battle rap, you know, actual battles. Like we review a battle. Then we get into Artist of the Week. And you know, Quan, you know, also known as Quan Paul, a reggae artist.
I was about to say, the funny thing is you can use that twice because there was also Sean Paul of the Youngbloods.
Yeah.
But his name was a little less known, even though he was the main one known from the Youngbloods. Hopefully the Youngbloods doing all right too. You know what I'm saying? I think about them randomly since when I be riding down 285. You know, since my uncle actually had their tape before they got the Lil Jon song that made them really popular, and they definitely was putting on for the A and talking about one of the very popular highways out here. You know what I'm saying? So I think about it from time to time. Hated the song. I still have my New York bias, so definitely hated the song when I heard it. But you know, shout out to the Youngbloods. But we are very slow on news this time. So
yep. So Quan's got all the news this week, y'all. You know, last episode it was just me and no Quan, and I said I don't do that news shit. Quan is back. He is here, and he's ready to feed the streets with his foolishness.
With news that y'all niggas don't even care about, but you tuned in, so fuck it, you gotta get through it. And you know what? Just because, here's my 2 cents, my nigga. Let me let you know this right here. If you think that we gonna change, we ain't never gonna change, nigga. Let the coin drop one time. And this ain't the Get Rich or Die Trying intro neither, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna get these articles. You gonna get this news topic. You know what I mean? Or you can just probably fast forward like 10 minutes or whatever. Because you ain't gonna care about this shit. But so Fat Joe is suing his accountants after losing over $300K in alleged Ponzi scheme. It's crazy because I can only imagine how pissed off that man gotta be, because he's already had to do actual jail time over trusting a fucking accountant to handle his money properly, and they didn't. It wasn't paying the IRS. You know what I'm saying? So he had to actually do jail time over missing IRS payments or not paying back the IRS. You know, the government is the best gang there is. They're 99 to know.
Yes, they are.
Unless you are white and rich, you ain't escaping them. And even then, ask Martha Stewart, they gonna get you. They want you, they're gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? You can't even be white and rich. You gotta be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't wealthy, they gonna be like, nah, son, I'm here. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can only imagine how tight he is about that shit. Already doing jail time for getting freaking sideswiped just because he hired somebody to do a fucking job. That's a very important job when somebody is a big money maker and you just don't want to do the fucking job. And now I got to deal with the consequences. If Fat Joe wasn't a fucking rapper, that nigga would disappear.
Yeah, bro. It's really like, how you get 2 bad accountants back to back like that? Like,
and it's probably multiple, because it says he sues his accountants. So he probably got an accountant and another accountant just so that shit wouldn't happen again.
He's probably going through a firm.
Again.
Probably going through a firm. That's why it's in a plural.
That shit crazy, bro. Like, that shit crazy. Stop doing it. Even though, you know, I'm sure it happens to everybody, and we just don't be knowing because we tend to watch hip hop news, or we may not be like abreast to, like, you know, every business practice or whatever. But it just be annoying when I feel like it happens to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already a miracle and God's blessing when one of us can make it out the hood. Anyway.
So my question to you is, who is the us in this scenario? You said it's the same when it's a shame when this happens to us. We're not rappers, nor are we Puerto Rican.
I mean, technically, Well, I mean, technically, you know, we battled twice. So if I cut your hair, am I a barber? If I steal from you once, am I a thief?
So you saying that we are rappers technically?
I mean, technically we battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? We got the third round pending. You know what I'm saying? I just be going through life shit, and I'll be hitting Kev. I'll be like, yeah, this Sunday might not work, and he'd be like, you know what? That's actually a good idea because I'm really busy this Sunday. So if we was less busy, we would have been had a third episode out. You know what I'm saying? But you know, real life shit be going on and whatnot. That niggas don't feel like rapping at a certain point. But I mean, shit, you could consider. I could push that. You know what I'm saying? I could put in my TikTok at this point, battle rapper. You feel me? Now, if I say accomplished battle rapper, or if I say you know, smooth, you know what I'm saying, then that's a bit of a reach. But you know, we have rapped. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even got to talk about some of the shit that you got going on that niggas don't even know about where you rapped. So, you know what I'm saying? And we got the T-Pain campaign.
True.
You know what I'm saying? We released a whole EP. We accomplished, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when you put it like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And low key, the when we ever get around to doing the second EP, you know what I'm saying? The plans we have for that is going to be able to be uploaded on DistroKid. Yeah. It ain't going to be freestyles. So it's going to be original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if shit get big, we might have to get shit cleared because we ain't got no kind of clearing money.
Nope.
But you know what I'm saying? For now, before niggas know about it, we can get some streaming money. You know what I'm saying? Probably pay for some McDonald's or something.
You know.
Get 1,000 listens, pay for a nice large fry or something, or your strawberry cream pies that you like. You know what I mean?
Just doing it big. I feel you.
Big. You know what I'm saying? Get paid residuals. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a job. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Fat Joe. It's sad to hear that shit's still going on. You can't even trust niggas that you hired to do the job that you fucking hired them for.
Nope.
And he's an older dude, so it's not even like he hired his man to do it or somebody that is not supposed to fail. But like you'd be like, why would you do that? Just get somebody professional. He had.
Yeah, he went to. It sounds like he went to a real firm. That's why he's suing them niggas.
So stop playing with that man, Fat Joe, man. Let that man get money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They ain't believe that he was gonna get a good accountant, but God did. But yeah. So next one, Meek Mill and Boosie Badass believe the baby is being blackballed following low album sales. I don't even need to hear what the niggas had to say. I don't agree with that shit at all. I don't agree with it. Now I will say I am a little surprised. Baby on Baby 2 is projected to sell 16,000 album equivalent units in its first week, placing it outside of the top 20. Now, the first Blame It On Baby, his last album from 2020, Blame It On Baby, did 124,000 album equivalent units. Now, it debuted at number 1, so I guess, I don't know if that's the total. No, I'm sure it's not the total. I think that's how much he probably did in the first week. But the baby had his time, you know what I'm saying? He was doing it big. He was one of the biggest names. But I will say, while he definitely has his core fan base, he also, his sound very much sounds like I want to say it properly. His sound sounds like, it sounds dated. Okay? It sounds dated. It sounds like a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he can't switch it up because he could actually rap. And I mean, fuck it. When you find something that works, you know, when Jetson makes another one and it goes up, you're gonna give the people what they want, right? And even when niggas making fun of, like, you know, the baby song sounds the same, or you be rapping on the same beat. Them shits was going up though.
Yeah, so, niggas was getting excited when he would rap over them Rugrats intro ass instrumentals.
There was an era where niggas was getting the baby type beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And low key, the baby type beat can still rock today because that shit still goes. It just seems like, I guess we don't want it from specifically the baby no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, and this is gonna be fucked up to say, maybe he gotta shoot somebody again to get hot again. Because we know his gun go. You know what I'm saying? He ain't take too many L's in these streets.
Let's talk about all the factors that got him here, okay? Mm-hmm. He came out and he been rapping for a while. Mm-hmm. Slowly started getting buzz, and then he kind of went viral after a couple songs, okay? And then he goes viral. Then people start liking him as a person. Mm-hmm. They start learning more about him. Oh, he really shoots people. Yeah. Okay. Starts going on tour. Really starts becoming like a household name. He was one of like the top 10 rappers in the world for like a year almost.
For sure.
People really was enjoying his sound.
For sure.
then he nosedived by insulting. Who did he insult? Was it the gay? He insulted some gay people. Then he doubled down on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went quiet for like a year. I'd say went quiet for like a year. Slowly, you've been trying to work his way back out in public. Recently, I've seen reports about his concerts not really selling that well, but it's like, all right, whatever. People were saying
Which,
that
again, I don't know how you can blackball a concert. The tickets are out there. Okay, you can, but it's very unlikely. Like if you have supporters out there, that they're gonna find you. They're gonna find your concert and they're gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people that don't even have, like a young boy who, funny enough, he did a whole tape with. You know what I'm saying? Like young boy don't get no support nowhere, but he has a really strong core fan base, and if you do a concert, them fans are gonna find them tickets and purchase them. You know what I'm saying? He puts a project out, them fans are gonna find them projects. He releases crazy.
Yes,
they're gonna find them projects and they're gonna stream it. They're gonna buy it. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do.
Young boy don't need album rollouts.
Yeah, niggas be Beyonceing it every day.
Yeah, they really do. So he drops another album with a terrible cover, and I don't know if he has any lead singles off of this. That it doesn't sound like he has any singles that are charting from this.
No singles. The only thing I heard about this album is apparently one of the songs he mentioned.
Talking about fucking Megan.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. Like, why would you? What angle are you going for now? Like,
yeah, because that screams desperation.
It does.
Because it's like no disrespect. Because again, you said we're not rappers. Well, we don't know these niggas. But the character I see, you portray yourself somebody that wouldn't even do some shit like that.
Exactly.
You mentioned on this podcast before how when SZA saved Drake from making comments about SZA on a shit, and she was like, "Nah, I don't know why he said that. I was 18." Like you said, it was corny for him to even mention SZA.
Yeah, dude.
Especially since SZA is a private person, she don't really be bothering nobody. She really probably don't want her name mentioned with nothing. She just wants to pop out. If somebody want to collab with her, she'll do the collab, whatever. If she really ain't trying to be in the limelight, don't do that. You know what I mean? So I would think that the baby would be somebody that would keep a player, and he even said in the lyrics he was keeping a player. He didn't want to say it. So what made you change your mind? So what makes you're literally saying to yourself, you're literally saying, I was keeping a player, but I'm not keep a player no more. Nah.
That's past tense. I don't do that no more.
Yeah, it's almost like saying I'm like, yeah, we fucked, but I was being a real nigga about it. But now I just decide I don't want to be a real nigga no more. Like, exactly. What are you talking about, bitch? Like,
that's like, there's so many rappers who be making lines like, oh, something about Victoria's Secret. She's begging me to keep her Victoria's Secrets. I'm like, well, nigga, you're not keeping these secrets if you talking about it in your raps. Like, it's just like that. It's always weird to me when niggas be like, oh yeah, I don't need to be bragging about what I do, but I want to make a whole song about it.
They damn sure gonna brag about what they do.
Like, so,
I don't even mind when niggas be talking about, yeah, I got some celeb chicks, but I ain't gonna say no names. I respect that because that's you don't even gotta be an NDA. It's just, it's not cool. It's never cool for y'all niggas to be exploiting the chicks y'all fuck.
Yeah, nobody finds it cool. It's always been weird.
It's not. The only person that gets away with it is Drake because most of the time the paparazzi is gonna catch him with that person and then he's just gonna tell somewhat of the story.
Yeah, and then eventually, probably about 10, 15 years from now, we're gonna hear about all the children that come out and talk about him. But that's alleged. Because I'm telling you, bro, if you're getting caught up with these underage women, dog, like,
I'm scared.
I'm
still scared about that because I'm like, Drake.
The evidence is be slowly piling up on that man.
Like I'm invested in Drake. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm invested in Drake. So like, I like every project he's done except for this last one. So if I hear some shit about him, it's gonna hurt.
And it's gonna be hard to deny because it's like, bro, how do you keep ending up allegedly conversing with women who are not 18 or women who just turned 18? And
you're only getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drake, please relax. If you watch this podcast, you know what I'm saying, a repost would be nice. please relax. You know what I'm saying. As a personal fan of yours, I don't want to see you caught up. And maybe if you just chill, the shit could stop. You know what I'm saying? If R. Kelly chilled, he would still be out here. But the fact he decided to keep on continuing,
he didn't know how to stop.
God was like, nigga, there was a video of you, and somehow the world still accepts you. What? I'll be mad at myself sometimes. Like, I really just looked at this shit like a joke. Like, I literally was still listening to Chocolate Factory and thinking, this nigga really had a video having sex and peeing on a 14-year-old.
It's because he just kept getting empowered at every turn. Like,
God damn, that song Ignition is fire. Like, I really give a pass to all that shit.
They literally, I remember, like, if they did, it's clips from one of his old interviews where they asked him, "Do you like teenage girls?" And that nigga's response was, "Define teenage."
Bruh.
What, nigga?
I just now got around to watching some of the Kanye West documentary, and one of the scenes there, he's working on his album, and they're doing the interview is playing, and they're sitting there like joking about it and whatnot. But I think R. Kelly and Kanye probably did a song after that, and that's not to damn Kanye, because like I'm saying right here that all that shit happened and we still accepted.
Yeah,
I think he did a whole fucking album with Jay-Z after that.
Yeah, we're not saying that Kanye has anything to do with that. Yeah, that's separate.
For sure. Like, nigga, there's a song literally called "Not Guilty" with Jay-Z because he was going through what he was going through, and he had R. Kelly on there because R. Kelly just went through some shit. And it's like, wait, like, but you are guilty. Like the judge said you wasn't, but you're guilty, my nigga. Like, I don't even know. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's why the Boondocks made an episode on it, because it really was just like, nigga, how? Like, it was nigga Dubois was sitting. Mr. Dubois was just like, there's a tape. He peed on a 14-year-old girl. You can't. He didn't know what else to say. He was like, you can't go around doing that. You can't do that. Like, that shit crazy, my nigga. But yeah, back to the baby.
So yeah, so he drops his album,
and it's doing bad. I ain't gonna say doing bad, but
it's doing better than like your average no name rapper. So it's doing bad compared to his earlier works.
Yeah,
that's the key here.
Compared to somebody that was literally one of the top 5 in the game, and now he's doing low album stuff like that. It's crazy. And then I ain't gonna lie, like, I know he got all the confidence in the world, so he's never gonna let niggas show that he's cracking under pressure right now. But also, some of the things I'm hearing about the album, it ain't the quality of the album. Is you mentioning Meg Thee Stallion, which is like that shit kind of weird. And even the shit that may have prompted you to say that is old. Like, I was personally upset when you and Meg kind of were going at it, because I feel like y'all make really good songs together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really good songs. Like, I feel like whenever I see the baby featuring Meg Thee Stallion or Meg Thee Stallion featuring the baby, that shit's gonna be a banger automatically. Y'all haven't missed. You know what I'm saying? But once that shit happened, and then, you know what I'm saying, you was like, yo, her little boyfriend want to come out and save her and shit. Like, why you gotta mention you fucked her though? Like, what does that do for you? What does that do for you?
Nothing.
It got you 16,000 in your first week. That's what that did for you. Like,
he just wanted to go viral on Twitter for a day.
I guess so, but that don't equivalent to album sales, my nigga. That just gets you in the. And it makes it even worse when, like, I feel like the baby is somebody that is loved by women. You know what I'm saying? No homo. I've seen women say he's a very attractive man. He's a confident man. You know what I'm saying? He got good songs to shake ass to and whatnot. He's in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? And the clubs don't run without women. You need women for the clubs or parties or any kind of function. You know what I'm saying? Only sausage party niggas fucking with is the movie. You know what I'm saying? But for you to be having all this shit going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe the Danny Lay shit, the Megan Thee Stallion shit is piling up that, like, nobody wants to hear the music no more. I don't know. Like I said, he ain't had a banger in a minute. I personally haven't heard any bangers from him in a minute. He can still rap. He still makes decent songs. But as far as one that's like going up, I haven't heard none. So I don't think these album sales are like blackballed. I think it's just that's where he's at right now.
Yeah, bro. It's just, look, sometimes you just become Fetty Wap.
Now, please just don't go back to selling crack, because they're gonna find you.
Yeah,
they're gonna find you and they're gonna get you. All right, but yeah, it's and you know what? It doesn't mean it's the end, because the nigga could crawl back. You know what I'm saying? We've seen plenty of people do it. You know what I mean? Maybe the next tape will be what the streets need from you. Maybe you'll have a different sound, or collab with Youngboy again. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that tape did. What he did with Youngboy. I don't know if it did well or not. You know what I'm saying?
This might be one of them times to try to pivot into a new lane, and then hopefully that will make people like you again.
Like it's crazy. He was even I even seen footage of him fighting one of his artists. Like
I remember that too.
I remember this shit too. Like, it's crazy. So it's like maybe that should have been the next step. It's like
fighting.
No.
The next step should be fighting niggas. The baby, you need to look. Stop all this rapping and become a boxer. That's what Quan is saying.
Nah, don't go the Blueface route. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I mean, it is kind of funny because he's almost like no, he's not even like a Young M.A. I was about to compare him because Young M.A. kind of got hot with controversy, but then people find out like, oh, she can actually rap. So
she got hot because of controversy. I remember her. She had the single. She dropped Ooh. That's what I knew her for. And then I don't know her for nothing else.
Before then, she had a freestyle on what's that Nicki Minaj and G Herbo song. That drill song that Nicki Minaj did with G Herbo. It was also popular because you played me the one there where Lil Durk disses Tiger on there. It's Meek Mill.
Oh, Chirac.
Yeah, Chirac. Like she rapped on that.
That's all you had to say. I was remember. That's all you had to say.
She's not remember the life of me. But apparently, it is funny because it was like a 6-minute freestyle, and there was like three or two other unknown niggas on there. But for some reason, there was a guy, the same guy that talked about Tyler, the creator, and basically made him lose his Mountain Dew deal. There was a guy bald headed with glasses, and he would just, I guess, just talk about controversies of controversial things or condemn people for being themselves or sin. I don't know, but he talked about Young M.A. He was like, "Yo, she's a really good rapper. I won't take that from her, but her music is very, very violent." I don't think she was really being that violent in the song. I just think she was believable. Like when she was spitting her shit, you felt it, and she even spoke about like some real shit. Like I know you don't know her story, but one of the big things of her story is she lost her brother really young, and she really looked up to her brother, almost to the point that like the person she is now is kind of like based on how her brother was. You know what I'm saying? So in that song, she was literally addressing the nigga that killed her brother. You know what I'm saying? I guess they was both bloods, but you know, street shit, niggas betray. So like she knew who did it. She was like, nigga, you a flake bud, you a dip. Like she really, you know what I'm saying? On top of just rapping about a regular verse and whatnot. But I guess the nigga condemned the verse or whatever, but it just made it get more popular because she could actually rap. And then she just kept on putting out good shit, and the name just started climbing, and then she caught Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So niggas like me, you know, I'm a New York nigga, so I be knowing who's popping in the city before they really catch one. And that's the unfortunate thing, because niggas be popping in the city, or to New Yorkers, but they don't really catch one, so they don't really reach your ears.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so, but with the baby, before he really caught one, before he caught Suge, which is the hit, he was popular because
he'd wear a diaper.
No, he wasn't popular off that. He made headlines, but nobody really. I don't know if anybody followed his music. I didn't hear about him through that. I heard about him when he was doing a video in Atlanta, not being from Atlanta.
And they told him to check in.
Yeah, niggas
I saw that.
And he literally he stood on his business and he was like, "Well, I ain't got to check in with nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got a problem, you know what I'm saying, we could do whatever. You know what I mean? But you coming in on this aggressive shit, I'm not going, my nigga." And they continue to shoot the video. And the fact that he stood on his shit, and then niggas learned later on, it was like he stood on his shit, and it wasn't even like he had a whole bunch of goons with him. He really was by himself because everybody else there was camera crew. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he had straps on him because you know it's still Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina, it's still the South. So niggas gonna travel with that gun. But the fact that he stood on business, niggas really fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And then the shit he was talking in the lyrics, it was like, yo, everybody fuck with me because they know I live with I rap now. And then after that, niggas hear about him catching the body in Walmart, which, you know, it is what it is on that because he had his kid with him. Listen, you got to do what you got. I don't know if they're picking up on the mic, but you do what you got to do. Your kid's with you. You got to protect your seed, all that. Then he caught Suge, and then I was like, oh, so the music's fire, and he lives what he raps. Dope. And then he just kept on going, kept being consistent, kept catching another one. You know what I mean? And then he became the baby that we know. But that was also 2020, my nigga. That was a while ago. So we all know, like, in this day and age, shit travels fast. So we in 2022. This year's almost about to end soon. Like, we in the latter half. The baby ain't what it used to be. So
nope.
That album ain't going. The album tanking. I'm sure it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If you like the baby, he did release the album. Go check it out. But who knows? He might. This might be a setback for a major comeback. Who knows?
Anything's possible.
But, you know, stop mentioning chicks you fuck that we don't know about because that shit ain't player. That shit ain't cool.
It's really not.
It's corny every time. It's corny every single solitary time. If you ain't claim that girl, if it ain't on no Moneybag Yo and Ari type shit, if we don't know you with that person, you talking about that person afterwards, it's corny every time. You know what I'm saying? And it fucks it up for the next nigga, the next younger nigga that might want to get some, excitement in his life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It fucks it up for chicks that be Rihanna status and just want to fuck the new nigga, you know what I'm saying? And make him feel better about life and make his music pop better and shit. Give him more confidence when he's behind these mics because they're afraid that niggas gonna leak.
What are you talking about? What is the next news topic? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? What are you do, nigga? It's what? Like, the fact that I zoned out and I came back and like this nigga still talking. Like, how the fuck did Rihanna get in this, bro? What? Shut up.
And shout out to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky.
Yeah. Shout out to my boss bitch's wife and niggas.
You can't get Rocky and straight because I'm Randy. That's not how this works. He did nothing to you.
That's a man's right.
Damn. All right. Well, T Grizzly. This is gonna be the third and final topic. Besides Snoop Dogg allegedly selling a blunt for $10,000 in the auction. That's it. I'm not gonna dive into that more. Y'all can do that if you want to. But this one, since this is a podcast that supports T Grizzly, fuck it, we feel like talking about it.
Yeah,
we're excited for any new T Grizzly updates, or especially positive ones or music updates. You know what I'm saying? Especially since he's making that GTA money. I'm glad he's still rapping.
Yeah, me too.
Because when niggas find Ask a Millionaire, when niggas find another avenue to make money,
rapping's over with.
Rapping the fuck alone. Shit. But,
you seen that new Chameleon commercial?
Yes.
They got him to come back.
30. That's why I'm surprised because I was like,
they must have threw a bag at that nigga,
yes,
bro.
because it's almost known. Anybody that knows Chameleon names, like they know that like he's not rapping no more for a reason. It's because he's making tech money. You know what I'm saying? Smart money. He's making real money. So if he's back doing a commercial and doing a commercial like for his old music joint, they definitely had to throw a bag at him. You know what I'm saying? Or some kind of equity, some kind of stocks, some ownership or something. It had to be worth it. But yeah, T Grizzly's upcoming album, Chapter of the Trenches, is his most ambitious offering yet. They're allegedly, well, not allegedly saying, but it's going to be probably based on storytelling. And I kind of like this new direction just because, for those that don't know, he has this robbery series. Part 4 came out recently. And niggas been really impressed with this shit. It's like a real storytelling thing. So set to drop on October 14th. Chapter of the Trenches is a collection of 13 songs that each tell a different story, yet are all connected by a central theme, which is funny. It just sounds like the hood. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of different stories going on in the hood. It could be in the same hood. You know what I'm saying? These stories are centered around what happens in the hood. Gun violence, hustling, love, family, and more. Grizzly takes listeners deep into the trenches to tell the stories that so many people from the hood can relate to but don't necessarily talk about. I'm fucking with it because, like I said, Robbery Part 4 came out, and right after that, like almost I think a day later, he dropped another separate story, and I checked that shit. It was also a good story. Shit, so we support T Grizzly around here. You know what I'm saying? Free Baby Grizzly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to G7. That's his label. And we look forward to that shit. Because we like his storytelling shit. He does it really well. Yeah. We like his rapping shit. We like T Grizzly. We just like T Grizzly's like succeeding out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I fucks with T Grizzly. We support him on this podcast. Shout out to T Grizzly. We look forward to that tape coming out. You know what I mean?
So that's going to do it for the hip hop shenanigans this week. Quan handled that all by himself. Now we're gonna get into the
funny thing. I was halfway thinking I was gonna get a compliment, but then I was like, I remembered I ran it at one point, so I was like, yeah, if there was room for that, dissolve that shit.
Nigga, like, what are you talking about? Like, what? So now we're gonna get into this week's battle. This battle was sent to us by Public Enemy B over on Discord. Public Enemy B.
Public Enemy B.
Real big fan of the show.
Long time supporter of the show. And one of our day ones.
Yep.
Real.
So this week's battle is Dizaster versus Geechee Gotti. This was from that recent GTX Ouroboros event. The GTX is like the reincarnation of Grind Time. They've had a couple of events. So yeah, this was the one they had it out in the Bay. I remember when this event was happening, they were sending out like messages to all the people who bought tickets, like, hey, this is in it's like this is in LA, so like be careful what colors you're wearing and all that. And, like, this might not be the safest location.
LA's been crazy. LA always been crazy, but especially lately, like now niggas is warning you, like, no, it's cracking out here, so be careful.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, it's Dizaster. I think everybody who knows battle rap knows who Dizaster is. And Geechee, we've watched enough of his battles that we don't really do an introduction on Geechee again.
Yeah, this is a podcast that supports Geechee Gotti. You know what I'm saying? And at least on my side, sometimes even biased, but fuck it, I fucks with that nigga, man.
Yeah. So his battle, it seemed like the first 2 rounds were timed, and the 3rd round was unlimited.
Yeah.
So that's I don't hate that format, especially with somebody like Dizaster who will keep rapping. He would just keep rapping. So I appreciate having time somewhere.
Yeah, great freestyle ability, but sometimes that shit can be drawn out.
His battle with DNA was an hour long. It is mostly just freestyling. Like, what the fuck is going? Because both of them just kept freestyling. I'm like, bro.
And the women's words, the shit was getting bad because I would hear they're clearly not even saying words. You know what I'm saying? It was like I only remember one good rebuttal. I remember when Diz started to stand up to him and shit. He was like, "Nigga, who are you airing? You just stood 6 feet and didn't do shit. Nigga, who's you scaring?" And everybody was like, "Oh." But yeah, and I remember Drake was in the crowd, so niggas would try to freestyle a Drake line in there, and it would just sound bad because I was like, all right, you can compliment him once, but when you niggas in there calling you going to freestyle in front of a legend, all right, man, he's not gonna give you a deal, man. Like leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until years later that Drake money would go into a battle rapper's pocket. So y'all niggas gotta stop that shit.
So yeah, this was a Grind Time event.
That nigga's feet was hurting that day. I remember, yo, I'm sorry. I remember that video. I was like, this is going on so long. Let these niggas go home, my nigga.
That's how I felt. Remember watching that Drake card?
Yeah,
yeah. That card was getting dragged out.
Yeah, Drake can't be a normal battle rapper. Niggas want to drag shit out when he there. Niggas be acting like
I know the nigga was ready to go home.
Niggas be acting like they in the OVO office trying to get a deal, my nigga.
I was laughing when Smack admit he was ready to go home at the last event because it was the last battle. It was Calico versus Easy. Easy came out and he said, "All right, my man Calico," and then Calico said, "I'm not coming out till they play my music." So then it took like 4 minutes for him to start his song so he can come out. And like you literally heard Smack was like, "Come on, y'all, what we doing? Play this man's song. I'm ready to go home." And they finally played WWF, so Calico will come out. Calico meant that shit. He was not walking out there until they played WWF.
And the worst, that's from the weird tape, my nigga.
Yeah,
like, that's from
it's heavy press.
I guess, my nigga.
Shout go watch a heavy press album review.
Yeah. Niggas just better off playing. Am I wrong?
Beat a nigga ass. I would have preferred that too, but WWF is his biggest song.
You know what makes it bad? And this is gonna sound fucked up, but now listening to Heavy Press, now I understand why that song "Beat a Nigga Ass" is like good and bad at the same time. Like if you listen to it,
he had that weird auto tune on it and shit.
Yeah, it's like it could have been good, but he just decided to do little shit to just make it not that good. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's good about it is the accuracy of it, the timing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he literally got into a fight, and then he made a song about beating nigga ass,
and
I ain't gonna lie, you see the video, it looked like the nigga that was on Calico's side was getting his ass beat. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it fit. You know what I mean? But, yeah. I ain't heavy pressed to listen to another heavy press, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. But,
what if he drops a heavy press deluxe edition?
I'm not trying to press play on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can review that shit on your own. I ain't gonna hold you. It was already a 30 song project.
Yeah.
In the day and age where niggas is making fucking 8-song albums, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on, son.
It's heavy press.
Nigga, shit. How many tracks the Baby's album got? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
That shit crazy. Yeah.
So
back to this battle.
Diz versus Geechee. You have any overall opinions about the battle?
Overall, I feel like it was a interesting style clash. I haven't watched too many recent Dizaster battles, so it was interesting to see like where he's at with the bars these days. You know what I'm saying? And watching Geechee Gotti again, a cemented legend in my opinion, especially of today. And it was funny to see that because I don't think we've reviewed a Geechee battle in a minute. To see that with him winning all this money and kind of having his own brand and business now, he's still battling just as much as he was before. Like,
yeah, he got another battle out pretty recently. He battled Blue Easy. No, it was Rosenberg.
Raw.
Yeah,
yeah. Like
he just
then before
battling
that,
niggas.
I think it said like what 3 weeks before this one, he did a battle with Kitchen Clean. Like he's still out here battling. Just
battling Mook in November.
I'll be interested in that.
I'm actually interested in that one too.
Yeah, because Mook might show up for that one. Mook,
that was gonna be an interesting style clash.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Mook the benefit of the doubt because there's a reason why he was at the level that he's at. So maybe he finally went back to the drawing board and figured out what the fuck he needed to do to get back and get to where he needed to be at the lyrical level that he should be.
Absolutely. So, we need to stop everything we're doing right now.
Wow.
I just realized we forgot to mention that Sue Surf is locked up. And we haven't seen any reports on why or what happened. All we know is it was trending on Twitter, Free Surf. So now we started researching it. Some niggas is saying something about he got caught up in a RICO case. I haven't seen any real confirmations anywhere. That's just hearsay as far as I'm concerned. Like, there's not one article or anything about that.
I hope not, because like I know they throwing a RICO at everybody, and it's well known that Sue Surf is a Crip, and he's had run-ins with the law or run-ins with his ops all through his battle rap career. So I'm hoping it's just a small little something that can be thrown out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I hope they don't hold him or some shit, because it really seemed like this time around he really was like trying to chill.
Bro, he literally was just performing that Rolling Loud a couple days ago.
Yeah, bro. That's the bad thing. It's like with the battle rap, it always will work for him because I guess when he's getting constantly locked up or getting in situations with his ops, it just makes him look more realer when he's spitting his rhymes. But it always seems like there was a time where his music was being taken serious, and I feel like it just fucks up the flow of music because you kind of have to stick with that. He might, without a lot of this trouble, he might have been able to transcend and move up at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he got respect from some of the industry people. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, even like an Arsenal the Rebel. You know what I'm saying? Like, get some real features, make some real joints, get some real views. And be up out of here. Be beyond battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Transcend, actually. There's some people that still have that stigma that I used to have over here, that battle rappers can't make songs. But he's one of the niggas that do make good songs, got good raps, believable story. So, I mean, free Sue Surf, you know what I'm saying? I hope it ain't no RICO charge, because if that's the case, RICO coming after everybody. RICO is a slut in the streets, and she going after everybody, my nigga. Like, it's crazy. She raping niggas at this point. Niggas don't even be wanting to tap, and they still be getting caught up in the shit. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And while we're at it, free YSL. And I ain't gonna lie. I hope the niggas are talking about you said the mayor was talking about they got some more legal cases they trying to go after, specifically in the rap game. And niggas was pointing their finger at Lil Baby like, yo, he might be next. I hope not. I ain't gonna lie. I like where Lil Baby is at. He only is getting better. He's literally like the nigga that's not supposed to be this popular. He was really the nigga that, like, he just happened to be good, but he really was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He was successful on the street, so he's like, he ain't really crying for rap money. You know what I'm saying? But he just, maybe it's because of Coach and P, they really got to him, and he really stayed in the studio, stayed out of trouble, and just got better really fast. And I'm excited. He can really be on top of the game for a good minute. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? He's cool dude. He don't be promoting too many. He don't be in too much trouble. You know what I mean? I watched a documentary, Untrapped on Amazon Prime. Go ahead and watch that. We're not sponsored by none of these people. We just, I like promoting what I actually fuck with. And, I would like to see what the next shot could be, because Lil Baby could be a legend these days. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Sue Surf, free Sue Surf. Y'all rappers be out here. Be careful, man. Be careful.
Hold up, your mic was going out.
As usual. You know what I mean? But definitely be careful out here. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Stay out the way. Get this money. You know what I'm saying? Secure that future for your family and all that. But yeah, shout out to Sue Surf, man. Hope to see you back in the street soon.
So yeah, this battle, Geechee and
Dizaster.
Dizaster. I was just gonna say Diz, but sure. I haven't watched the Dizaster battle in a while either. I remember Dizaster used to be one of my favorite rappers for a while. Like his style, I started losing interest in it.
It got dated. It was almost like a Charlie Clips.
Yeah.
Like you just, even though it's still amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's still amazing. It's just like, it's like watching a David Blaine trick. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first few times, like, oh shit, this nigga crazy. But now this nigga pulls a card out of your ass crack. It's like, all right, I've kind of seen you do that already though. So it's like, I'm not even impressed. Even though you're genuinely doing something impressive. But it's just, when you see it 1,000 times, it's like, all right, you know? And the only thing that would make his shit popular or only thing that would make like a battle more interesting from him if he's battling a nigga that brings out a whole notebook. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Wow. That did happen, my nigga.
I'm aware.
I was still surprised. I'm like, cannabis of all people? Like you know that this is a sin. Like you know this is not good. You know this is no bueno, my nigga. Like, you know. What would LL Cool J say? Really? You know. You know what I mean?
So yeah. Dizaster, I haven't watched the battle in a while. And the last Dizaster battle I remember watching clips of him versus Frack in the GT. It was what was the King of that tournament called? The K1 or something like that. He went pretty far in that tournament because he's Dizaster. He's always gonna go far in King of that stuff.
Sure. And he actually can rap, so
yeah,
of course.
So yeah, overall opinions about this battle.
Overall, it was a good showing. It definitely wasn't weak. I will say though, on Dizaster side, still some of the old.
Yeah, he let me down, bro. He wasn't really saying nothing, in my opinion. The nigga was just mashing words together. Now, some of it would be good every now and again, but it just doesn't compare to some EFB. Yeah. Like, and it's a lot of niggas will look good against other people, as we've seen a lot. But when you gotta stand in front of a nigga and every bar is heat, it's gonna make you look average.
For sure.
Cause in the first round, Dizaster started the battle off bringing out A-Ward. Mm-hmm. That was funny.
It was just funny, yeah.
That was funny. Then he spent the rest of the round really talking about how Smack rappers all have to praise Smack, had to be stuck on the app and all that. Mm-hmm. But he really didn't say nothing too crazy in the first. Yeah. I guess he was saving all his first 2 rounds for his unlimited round. Yeah. When he could really start talking.
Forever.
Geechee started off with a decent rebuttal, and then overall he had him a good round full of bars, because that's Geechee's style.
Right.
Came out in the second Dizaster, mainly just around talking about how he's a legend and how he put the West on and how Geechee ain't as big as he is. So I was like, all right, I expected one of those rounds.
For sure.
Very, very A-Verb-esque, bragging about himself for a whole round.
Yeah. It's like he didn't have too much to say because he's fucking with a nigga that, I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing Geechee Gotti has maintained, is being not untouchable, but like there ain't too many chinks in his armor. Like there's no crack that you can, and no homo, there's no crack that you can find and penetrate. Like there's nothing that's gonna stick. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a very, very clean record. The most thing that people have is him hiding behind a tree, which, you know, people still find a way to make funny bars out, and I'm not even mad at that. But he really didn't have nothing to stick to. And then we're in the era where like niggas will like we know everything going on, so like niggas will find real shit and make bars out of it, and they'll stick to your ribs. But it's a hard task, especially when Diz is like somebody that like can just rap about nothing and make it sound great. But when you rapping about nothing versus somebody that's actually rapping about something, it's just
rapping about you directly.
Yes. That's what I loved about that nigga, because I feel like he ain't been at that level for a minute, because I feel like he ain't really trying to get personal with niggas, or he's already battled niggas, so he's already got the personal shit out. But that was one thing that made me love him, was like he really would speak about real life events. He was like, no, this really happened. You really got bitched in front of everybody. Your baby mama said you whacked, you twisted, your girl's a hoe, you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man said you stupid, and you be like, so I love my baby mama, I'll never let her go. Like that was literally, he would say that shit sometimes for the third round, my nigga, while still talking about his dead homies and real street shit. It was an impeccable style, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I just feel like that's my overall sentiment of the battle is like in general, Dizaster would spend his round just saying stuff or saying stuff that might sound cool, but then Geechee would take his round to talk directly about that nigga, or like, because in the second, Geechee kind of talked about his own resume, like, bro, like I battled everybody, like I'm arguably the only nigga who didn't beat Lux, like he was talking his shit.
Which I remember that too. That was the one time where Lux's niggas was getting unruly. And I sat here, I was like, nigga, tell that, Lux, tell your man to shut up, my nigga. Shut up when a real nigga talking, my nigga. Like, I ain't never seen Lux's peoples act like that. They always be poised and shit, but they was tight. They could feel.
Nah, I remember they was annoyed. He was battling Calico, and then he had told him to chill out. But that was it. Usually they don't be doing nothing, but
that's because Calico was catching an L that night too.
Yeah.
He was trying to front like it wasn't, but he was catching an L.
Yeah, but I mean, and then we go into the third where Dizaster could finally be unlimited and rap forever like he wanted to, and he soaked up that opportunity.
Bro, when I tell you it's a 43-minute clip, when I tell you I could have sworn like they both ended their rounds like in the early 20s, the early 20 minutes, and I was like, nigga, there's more.
Yeah, there's a whole long ass third round.
Jesus Christ. At that point I had tuned down on him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I was like, all right, cool. He might even be saying something fire. I'm it's too much. My attention span is low, my nigga. Like, yeah, just waiting for his shit to be over.
Exactly. So he rapped for a long time, and then Geechee came through with a third that was arguably as good as his first two rounds. So then it's like
consistency.
I think, like, after a while, like, bro, like, what are we doing here? You was just talking about, you were just throwing words together when this man was throwing words together about you directly. Like,
you know what I'm saying? You were there by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
it was clear to me.
Yeah, it was disappointing, but it also was like, it wasn't like Dizaster did bad.
Yeah, he didn't do bad.
It was like Charlie Clips coming back, but not improving his style. Like, Charlie Clips is still the same, but he found a way to improve his style to the point that it's still entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
We still know what to expect from him, but
it's still dangerous.
Yeah, it leveled up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still Super Saiyan, but it's like, oh snap, there's Super Saiyan 4. You know what I'm saying? Or the hair color change. Like, okay, shit, cool. All right, I'm following. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But Diz is still, it's blonde, my nigga. Like, you don't see it. It was black before. Now it's blonde. Like, come on, son.
Yeah, he don't know.
You know what it is? He's Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2 always bothered me because it looked just like Super Saiyan 1. I couldn't tell the difference.
The difference is the electricity crackles around him harder when it's Super Saiyan 2.
That's not enough, my nigga. That's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough, my nigga. I could not tell the fucking difference, I swear.
Visually, that's the only difference, is there's more electricity crackling during Super Saiyan 2.
I wasn't with it, my nigga, but yeah, like, like I said, it what, we weren't impressed, basically. Nah. We weren't impressed.
Because it just wasn't what you need to do against Geechee. Like, to beat Geechee, because Geechee talks about you directly.
Right.
So you can't try to beat somebody who's going to talk about you directly with indirects or just talking about yourself or just like weaving words together and sound effects. It just wasn't going to work in this situation. You had to have a plan of action to beat Geechee. And Dizaster's style always seemed like he's just freestyling through his battles, which I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah.
But that's not going to beat top tier niggas like Geechee.
Facts. But,
want to get to the scores?
Yeah, let's get to the scores.
Crowd control.
I gave Dizaster a 3. Okay. I felt like the crowd was fucking with him. There was support in the building, but it wasn't like a lot of reaction. And I gave Gotti a 4 because I feel like the crowd was fucking with him, but it also wasn't one of them things where it's like, yo, he killing. You know what I'm saying? He was casually killing. You know what I'm saying? I would have gave Dizaster a slight 4. But I feel like there was a clear difference that Geechee Gotti definitely had more reaction in the room. But at the same time, Gotti's wasn't a 5. So
I gave the exact same scores, 3 or 4. Same reasons. Dizaster, he wasn't doing bad. It just wasn't as many reactions as Geechee because Geechee was saying stuff that had the room actually engaging. Dizaster was just had a lot of respect out there, so the crowd would be like, ah, ha ha, or after a bar, or ooh, every now and again. But it wasn't the same as Geechee, who again, EFB. So
For sure.
delivery.
On Dizaster, I gave him a 3 on delivery. His delivery is good. It's just dated and whatnot. Plus, I feel like Dizaster is kind of at his best when he doesn't like the person he's battling, because he will definitely show it.
Mm-hmm.
He will definitely be one angry white boy.
Mm-hmm.
But since he's cool with Gotti, he's like he wasn't going to take it there. With Gotti, I gave him a 4 because it's Geechee Gotti. He knows how to deliver his shit. He knows how to say his shit clear, concise. You know what I'm saying? Get the shit popping like how it needs to be. You know what I mean?
I gave Dizaster a 4 because this is what I expect from Dizaster. I know Dizaster style here with raps like this.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't give him a full 5. It didn't feel like a polished 5 to me.
Mm-hmm.
Geechee, I did give Geechee a 5 for delivery. I feel like he didn't really have any things to like knock his performance, in my opinion. Like it was Geechee as you'd expect, but I mean it was still a good Geechee delivery. So I give him a 5. Haymakers,
I gave Dizaster a 3, just because I would give him a 2, but I feel like just because I'm not impressed by it doesn't mean it wasn't impressive bars or wasn't good rhyming. It was good rhyming. I think it's a different era these days.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I've had my time where I was impressed by everything he did, and I was like, this nigga's amazing.
I remember that too.
You know what I'm saying. Now
I'm not that nigga no more.
Yeah, not there no more. It's a different era. Like I feel like we're in an era where like shit hits when there's some validity to it. So if you just spitting shit or spitting shit that we don't know about and we can't confirm nor deny whatever, then it just goes up in the air and it just stays there.
Exactly, bro. This is we need them Charles Barkley bars. It wasn't a dream. It really happened. Like that's what niggas. That's what niggas is on.
You can't sleep at night.
That's what niggas is on these days.
The Space Jam.
It's a Space Jam reference.
Oh shit!
I gave Dizaster a 3 and Geechee a 4, just like you did, for the same reason. Dizaster just not as impressive as he used to be. His bars, his haymakers weren't bad, but I really could have gave him a 2, to be honest with you. He was teeter-tottering on getting that 2.
Yeah, because he did have some. He had some good stuff sprinkled in there too, but it wasn't enough to do what he had to do. Zone. I gave Dizaster a 4 on the zone because I do feel like while I was unimpressed, I feel like he was in regular form. You know what I'm saying? He was doing what he had to do. He do what he felt he had to do. You know what I'm saying? Gotti gave him a 5 because Gotti was comfortable up there.
Gotti, he didn't seem bothered by not one Dizaster bar. Like Dizaster be sitting there reacting or laughing to a Geechee bar. Gotti was just sitting there like, all right, he done yet? So it's my turn. I'm gonna rap now. Like it was almost like nothing that Dizaster said was important to him, and it showed.
Definitely showed.
I gave both 5s on zone. Honestly, this was a Dizaster that I expected. He had 3 Dizaster type rounds. I don't want to hold it. I don't want to like hold it against him. So he could have did something different. I didn't expect him to do anything different. It's Dizaster.
Right.
He did his style. It worked for him in his own special way. Geechee, I think he had 3 great rounds. He was consistent. I really had to complain about. So I gave him both 5s. Overall, Dizaster got a 15. Geechee got an 18.
I gave Dizaster a 13 and gave Gotti a 17. Decent battle, you know what I'm saying? Entertaining stuff. Good to see Dizaster still out here. And even the shit he was talking, it's good to see he's probably doing well. He's claiming to do well financially because, he has his own league and shit, so there's something with that. And I remember at a time when he was even popping that he was really actually fucked up financially. Like I remember he went on like some kind of rant that was on Ball Star Hip Hop or something.
Yeah, I know you seen the pictures of him and Megan Good.
No, didn't see that.
Yeah, you never seen the pictures of, yeah.
And Megan Good?
All of the internet was confused.
Doing what?
It was just a picture of them 2 niggas together. Let me try to find it for you because everybody was confused. Like, why did them niggas know each other?
I'm about to look because I hope Megan Good is married.
No, remember she got divorced from the preacher. You don't remember that?
And now she's going to a Dizaster, my nigga. I hope they're just friends.
I hope they're just friends as well because I was very confused.
That'd be really weird.
Look, man, I'm just saying.
She could have just stuck with somebody from the thing like a man cast. It would have been better off with that. Where's Terrence J? Holla at him. What's he doing?
I don't know. But anyway,
I remember Joe Budden was making a joke that when he had gotten in a car accident in California, that apparently I think he was in a relationship and there was a whole nother girl with him, but somehow Terrence J found a way to make nobody talk about the girl that was with him. They just talking about, yeah, he was in a car accident, he's okay. It's like they just mentioned there was another woman there, and it was clearly his side chick, but nobody else wants to talk about that. Like,
no, that's not what
his PR team is amazing.
That's not what the story was about. The story was about him getting in a car accident.
Yeah. And they just disappeared. That shit crazy. Yeah.
So, artist of the week.
My artist of the week
is it gonna be Cameron?
Nah, actually, you know what I'm saying. Well, you know what? I'm quiet as kept. My artist of the week is gonna be somebody that y'all have no idea the reason why, but I'm gonna make him that anyway.
Megan Thee Stallion.
No, nigga. I'm making Mace. You know what I'm saying? Just because of some things I've heard behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? The man still got it. You know what I'm saying? So I fucks with it. But I'm also making my artist of the week be I'm gonna shout out to the Lobby Boys. You know what I'm saying? Mano and Jim Jones, they released a project together. You know what I'm saying? I've been tapping into it a little bit, and it's a pretty good body of work. You know what I'm saying? So far, quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing interviews all up and down, all kinds of podcasts and whatnot. You know what I mean? I like seeing New Yorkers stick together. You know what I mean? And it almost feel like them two also kind of got Fabulous back in the booth, because Fabulous been releasing music again. And, you know, Dave East been consistent, but I guess Dave East is ready to release again too. So, you know, I fucks with Dave East, I fucks with Fabulous. So, you know, I'll give them credit for that. Like, one of my favorite joints on there is definitely Slide, featuring Fabio Foreign. You know what I'm saying? Familiar sample, good drill beat or whatever, if you still consider it drill. And, you know, good tape. And on top of that, you know, I'm always gonna put a ESTG in there just because that's my man's. And
how you feel about I Never Felt Nothing?
I still haven't listened to it. I
I
haven't listened to it, but I feel like I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna check it out. He got a joint with Jack Harlow on there, which
I heard it.
It's
not bad.
I fucks with Jack Harlow. I was listening to Jack Harlow today, some of his older stuff, and you know, I still fuck with Jack Harlow. He's always just a cool, calm white boy. You know what I'm saying? But he just raps. He really knows how to make like just calm raps on dope beats. And I feel like there should be more of a space for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll really just rap about casual life. And a lot of niggas can't do that. Because if that was the case, the gangster rap or all the shit that niggas was going through with the police and ops and shit wouldn't be so prevalent right now. Like, so niggas just rapping about everyday life or every regular casual situations and still making bangers out of it or making cool joints out of it. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I respect when a rapper don't come out with that freaking MGK style. I was getting sick of that shit at one time. Every white rapper had to rap fast as hell for no reason. I was like, I understand because y'all white, y'all may have the plight, and y'all just have to find a way to be good for niggas to really take you serious. So I guess the best way to do it is, you know what I'm saying? But nigga, all right. We already got Machine Gun Kelly. We already got Yellow Wolf.
It just makes you look like you can't be on beat when you always rap fast.
For sure. And we already got Eminem, who's one of the GOATs. I don't care what nobody says. He's one of the GOATs. I respect him as such. And he could already rap fast too. So it's just like we don't need a fourth one. You know what I'm saying?
Word. So my artist of the week,
Mariah Carey.
I gotta mention Big Walk Dog. Finally dropped his debut album, Trick City.
You know what I mean?
Took you long enough, Big Walk Dog, babe. I like it.
For sure.
Then he already dropped an extended version already. The album just came out a couple days ago. Extended version already dropped.
Okay, I see. You know what? Gucci was on his neck. Gucci was like, "Nigga, listen, I'm gonna give you space for your first one. You only get one first impression, cool. And after that, you better keep coming with it, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, stack up now. So if that first one go and niggas want more, you already got more.
And yeah, it has all his major songs so far. Cause like when they be doing them compilation projects, them songs be everywhere. Like they be reusing them songs like 3 or 4 or 5 times. Yeah. So it's got Poppin' on there. It's got Whole Lot of Ice on there.
Whole Lot of Ice.
You got Trap God on there. So yeah,
Probably.
all his biggest songs are on here as well.
That's a smart thing to do. I ain't even mad. Like I think Pusha Icy kind of did that
He
too.
did the same
Like
thing.
even
Fujano did it. They always
yeah.
do that. All like 1017 when they made them compilation projects,
Yeah.
they put them songs on the people's individual projects as well,
It
which
makes sense.
is great. Makes sense to me.
It'll give them new streams. It attaches it to a project, so that project can get accolades as a project and whatnot. Like your songs that you just put up that may be popular on YouTube, now they can stream well on other platforms and whatnot. But yeah, I fucks with it. Even like shit, Big Scar, like Big Scar's tape is just a whole bunch of it's like all his releases. You know what I'm saying? Like all the So Icy Boys 1 to 3, I think. Like it's a smart thing because now I don't gotta go scattering. Like if I like the verse of yours, that's one thing I do like about this era. Is like this era is kind of less about like such and such featuring. It'll just be such and such X such and such.
Yeah,
so
like,
it might be on both projects. So like if I may not be a big fan of so and so, but he did his thing on this song. But I really fuck with the other nigga. I can find it on his thing instead of having to download his project. I'm like, well, what's the song that I like? Oh,
I also appreciate that. It's like I think it's because we're in the era of people, for the most part, owning their masters. Yeah. They have the ability to just share songs with other artists and not have to worry about, oh, my label says that they own this song and my label don't work with your label. That's why the song can't be shared. But nigga, if I own the song and I fuck with you, we're gonna put it on both our projects and call it a day. Like I'm assuming that's why it's happening more and more. But anyway, yeah, Big Walk Dog, mainly my artist of the week. But I also been listening to, I be in my R&B bag and I just be chilling in the room. Yaya Bay, she dropped an album called Remember Your North Star. Very chill, background music-y, ethereal type vibes. I like that. And then if you haven't listened to Raven Lenae's Hypnos, I don't know what to tell you.
I've been wanting to check into Raven Lenae. I be following these like R&B based IGs, and they did like one little video that was showing, I guess she has 2 colors performances. One I think from maybe 2018 or 2019, which she killed on that one. And then 2022 she came back. Vocals were stronger, had a whole dress on, a whole presentation. Somebody played the piano. So you know that it ain't just like, oh, the producer made the joint fire, or oh, I just got good engineers, or I got good people. No, the voice is here too.
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan ain't the only one that can sing, my nigga. Like I got a voice too, you know what I'm saying? So shit.
And but then
yeah, I fucks with that.
I unfortunately have to say that, remember when my artist of the week was not Doughboy, and I said I didn't like his project, what was it? Hot Party.
Catch Me If You Can.
That one.
You've come around and like
no. I have someone else to add to that list who I'm also a big fan of.
Oh, damn.
And
man, niggas is falling off.
It really pains me to say.
Whew.
YG's new album, I Got Issues, is not at all what it
finally dropped the dud.
Dog.
I ain't even gonna lie. Even the joint that's kind of popular right now, the All I Really Want Is to Be Happy. Like when I found out his song, it was like it sounded like a bop, and then when I heard him on it just like made it. Usually, you think hearing your a rapper you like on a joint that already goes on TikTok and shit, you think they would make the song better, but it kind of didn't.
It's only like it's 14 songs. I only like 3 or 4, maybe.
Damn.
Maybe I need to listen to it again. Maybe I'll like more. But the first song, Issues, and the second song, Baby Mama. Baby, why the fuck is your second song about how much you hate your baby mama? What the fuck, nigga? You too old for this. This is some young rapper shit.
Yeah, that might be it. He might still be on some young nigga shit.
Yeah, so yeah, man. This is not. It's just I'm disappointed. Maybe with like a couple more listens, I might say some nice things. But as of right now, this new YG is not at all what I wanted it to be.
I ain't gonna lie. We might have like 2 more duds going on. I'm gonna say, yo, this second half of this year is the season of niggas dropping duds, my nigga. Like, if I listen to ESTG's shit and I don't like it, I'm gonna be like, yo, what, niggas just taking the rest of this year off, huh?
I'll be honest, I don't like it as much as some of his other stuff.
Yeah.
That's just being for real. I like ESTG, but I never felt nothing. They do not hit the same. It's realer than life.
It's not he really felt some shit. Yeah. He just don't want to say it.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
The song with Jack Harlow not bad. He got a couple of cool songs on there, but it just don't hit as hard as
usually the whole project will hit, or at least like majority of the project hits.
Yeah.
So much that like even the joints that you may not go to they'll be like, this is alright too.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing I might change is like maybe just like because he's consistently usually good on the actual verse. It'll just be like maybe I don't fuck with the beat as much.
Yeah.
Maybe the beat won't hit as hard as this one, so it's like I'll just stick with this one instead of going to the other one. But yeah, that might be crazy.
Let me know what you think, dog. When you finally listen to that new ESTG, let me know what you think. We'll talk about it.
I'll give him a pass on one thing, just the fact that the CMG compilation came out, and it seems like they kind of put a lot into that. Like niggas is actually really putting efforts into their compilations now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they shoot mad videos. Like they ain't just like a lot of niggas compilations would just be throwaway tracks from the fam, and then like it'd just be like, well, let's see who the crowd likes. But it would literally be majority of songs that weren't that great. I can only think of very few not compilations, but like group projects with a nigga that's on the top and having this artist that like really went. Like, and G-Unit is one of them. There's not too many other ones that I've liked. You know what I'm saying? So shit, even the first Young Money album when I was very Young Moneyed out, like it was cool, but if it wasn't a song that had Drake or Nicki Minaj on it, I really wasn't feeling it. Because even Lil Wayne was like, it was like, all right, you could just tell you just put a verse on here, which we was already in the era where, you know, DJ White Owl, like Wayne verses was everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't listening for Lil Twist
or Lil Chucky.
Okay. What about Chanel?
And I barely even heard her. What did she do? What did she do? She was just there with her nose ring, my nigga. Like I swear.
I actually tried to figure out what she did. I watched the whole video about like Chanel's like career. Apparently, she was a dancer and then she was a songwriter. So she was more of a songwriter. But
that's why Nicki Minaj stayed far away from her, because she was like, nigga, they already are looking for any reason to believe that I don't write my rhymes. I can't sit next to you, a songwriter. They're gonna think you writing my shit.
Exactly.
I can't even have a boyfriend without them thinking he writes my. Just everybody but me writes my shit, right? Like that's what sometimes I hate when Nicki Minaj be on her shit, but I feel her because when I remember that shit.
Yeah, nobody wanted to believe it was her. Everybody kept saying, "Yeah, bro." You know, Safari was involved in that, but then when we heard Safari's raps, we said, nah, he couldn't have been involved in her career.
And it's funny, too, because he might have actually been there, but it's just like, as far as him by himself, it's like, nah, nigga, hell no. You might have given her one line, and all of a sudden you want to be like, yeah, I was a part of it. Nah. You was hype man, my nigga. He was hype man. That was
like he probably signed some NDAs because he probably wrote like you said a couple lines, but he ain't got no full song credits.
Yeah, not enough to get credit like you want, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we're gonna conclude this thing right here. You know what I'm saying? This has been another episode of the Hold It Down podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boys. You know what I'm saying? But you can find me. You know what I'm saying? Online at SAYQUANONDABEAT. You know what I'm saying? Say Quan on the beat. That's my IG. That's what I'm normally at. So you know what I mean? And for my other handles is SAYQUAND. That's for Twitter. I'm sometimes on there. Facebook, I'm never on there. And TikTok, I'll be on there from time to time. You know, my time is a little limited now, so I'm not on there as much as I used to be. But I might throw a little video up there from time to time. And if you want to holler at me for beats, you know what I'm saying? I make beats. I sell beats. You can follow me or holler at me at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. You know what I'm saying? I got all kind of beats on there. You know what I'm saying? All the artists we mentioned, I got their kind of beats on there. You know what I mean? I'm a little tired, so I ain't even going to mention it. Where can they find you at?
If you want to talk to me, all my socials just happen to be the same address. You know, I like to keep it simple. I like to make sure that everybody can find me. And yeah, talk to me or talk back. Hit me up at Not Bloodbath. Yeah, that's my socials. I don't be talking that much on there, but I be on there. You know, if you tweet me something, I'll respond probably. Unless it's something weird, then I probably won't. But
the show. Yeah,
that's me and that's the show. So like Quan said, remember, like, comment, subscribe. It's the perfect time to like the video. It shows you made it this far. It's like an attendance check almost.
I mean, go ahead and I don't know if it's down here, it's over there, if it's over here, if it's above my head, wherever it's at, find that thing. You know what I'm saying? Click that thing. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yeah, and after you click it, remember to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
Remember, the South gonna hold it down.
You dig?